Here's a question that most people in Ireland can answer. How much should be in your pension right now? Not someday, I mean today. I'm a wealth manager in Ireland and I run retirement models for clients every single day. And here's what I see. Most people are years behind and they don't even know it. But here's the problem. The cost of living in Ireland is constantly rising. Lifestyles are getting more expensive. Health costs are accelerating. And the state pension, well, it's not currently keeping pace and is not projected to keep pace. The gap between what you actually need and what the state provides is going to grow significantly. And that gap, you need to cover it with your private pension. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you should have saved by every major age milestone. I'm going to use real Irish data, use actual benchmarks, and I'm going to show you the hidden costs that are going to destroy even the best laid down plans. So let's start with the uncomfortable truth. The maximum state pension in Ireland is €289 per week, or just over €15,000 per year. For a couple, you're looking at around €30,000 for two state pensions combined. Now, compare that to real life. The average Irish household at age 65 plus spends €42,000 per year, according to CSO data. That is a €12,000 annual shortfall every single year, just to maintain an average lifestyle, and that's assuming costs stay as they are, and we know they won't. The state pension replacement rate, how much of your working income it replaces, has been in free for all. In 2000, it replaced 33% of the median wage in Ireland. Today, it's just 28%. And for high earners, it's even worse. If you earn, say, €60,000, the state pension replaces just 25% of your income. If you earn €100,000, it replaces just 15%. The point is this: the state pension is shrinking as a solution. It was never designed to fully fund a full retirement. And as life expectancies rise and inflation eats into buying power, that gap will only grow wider. If you're not building a private pension or you're not contributing enough, you're walking into that gap. In this next section, I'll show you just how deep that hole really is. So right now, Ireland's private sector pension deficit is estimated at €250 billion. Now that is not government debt. That's how much private workers are short of what they actually need to retire. And most people don't even know it. According to the CSO, only 2 in 3 private sector workers have an actual active saving plan for their pension. And it is worse among younger workers. Only 27% of 20 to 24-year-olds are covered. Just 47% of those 25 to 34, even in the 45 to 54 range, 1/3 still have no pension. The top reasons are: my employer doesn't offer one, I never got around to it, and I will do that later, and I can't afford to do it now. Here's the reality. Every year that you delay is costing you more than you think. Let's say you delay your pension savings for just 5 years. That could cut your final pension pot by over 20%. Wait 10 years, you could lose half. 15 years, you could be down 63%. It's not just because you saved less, it's because you gave up on the compound growth opportunity. It is the most powerful tool that you potentially have at your disposal. So here's a real life example. Start saving €3,000 per year at age 25 and you could end up with €700,000. But if you wait till 35, you'll only get €330,000. Same effort, but over 50% less wealth. And to catch up, you'd have to contribute 2 to 3 times more just to get back on track. So what's the bottom line here? Delaying your pension isn't a neutral decision. It's actively shrinking your future freedom. Forget vague rules of thumb. In Ireland, the most evidence-based benchmark is called the Prime Retirement Index. This index is built on over 100 years of investment market data and adjusted for inflation. It's designed to help you replace between 50% to 75% of your final salary in retirement. The Prime Retirement Index gives you clear age-specific targets, so here are the benchmarks. At age 35, you should have 1 times your salary. At age 40, it should be 2 times. At age 45, it should be 3 times. At age 50, it should be 5 times. At age 55, it should be 7 times. At age 60, it should be 9 times. And at age 65, it should be 11 times your salary. This approach assumes you'll draw your pension each year and combine that with the state pension to reach your income needs in retirement. These milestones are designed to help you build a pot that could sustain a 4% annual withdrawal rate for a 35+ year retirement without running out of retirement. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I believe 4% rule should only be used as a rule of thumb and not a substitute for robust financial modeling based retirement planning. As an example, let's say you're earning the national average of about €44,000 per year. Based on the Prime Retirement Index, your target would be at age 35, €44,000. At age 45, it would be €132,000. At age 55, it would be €308,000. And at age 65, it would be €484,000. But here's the reality. The average pension pot at age 65 in Ireland is around €180,000. €50,000. At a 4% drawdown rate, that will give you just about €7,000 per year. If you add in the state pension of €15,000, the total retirement income will give you €22,000 per year. For many, that is simply not enough to maintain any type of lifestyle consistent with where they are now, especially with rising costs and housing, healthcare, and daily living. The Prime Retirement Index gives you clear age-specific savings targets. It is a great way for you to check whether you're behind, on track, or ahead. It is a framework that is grounded in real inflation-adjusted return data. Now, a quick note for high earners in Ireland. If you're earning over €200,000 or more, these multiples, they will still apply, but there's a ceiling that you need to know about, and that's called the standard fund threshold. That's the maximum pension pot you can build efficiently. It's currently 2.2 million and will rise to 2.8 million by 2029. If you go over that at retirement, you'll pay 40% tax on the excess. So if you're a couple earning €250,000 and you need 3 million for retirement, you can't fit this all into pensions. You'll need to diversify. You'll need liquid investments, property wealth, or other income streams. For everyone else, the benchmarks we've just covered work perfectly. Stay on track, hit those multiples, and you will be in strong shape. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. 11 times your salary by 65? That's €484,000 for someone earning 44,000. That seems very high, and I get it. But here's where these targets are not only justified, they are essential. Reason one is the state pension is shrinking. Remember earlier I showed you the state pension replacement rate? In 2000 it replaced 33% of the average wage. Today it is just 28%. For high earners it's even worse. Say you earn €60,000. The state pension replaces just 25%. Earn €100,000 and it replaces just 15%. The state pension was never designed to fully fund retirement, and as a percentage of what you'll need, it's getting smaller year by year. The gap, you need to fill it with your private pension. Reason two is that we're simply living longer. Life expectancy in Ireland is rising. A 65-year-old today can expect to live another 30 to 35 years. Many will live well into their 90s. That is a 30+ year retirement to fund. Not 10, not 15, 35 years plus. And the longer you live, the more your pension needs to last. Reason number three is healthcare costs are accelerating. Here's the reality that most people miss. Private healthcare in your 60s and 70s, it is very expensive. Between $1,800 to $2,300 per person. In your 80s, it could rise as far as $2,800 per person. So for a couple, that could be between €4,600 and €5,600 per year. Over a 30-year period, you're looking at between €140,000 and €170,000. So that is just in insurance premiums alone. That's before you pay a single medical bill, any excesses, co-pays, consultant fees, dental, physio. These all add up. Now, if you add in the long-term care, 1 in 3 people over 65 will need significant care assistance. Private nursing care, they average between €57,000 and €80,000 per year. Home care with daily support, that can range between €30,000 and €80,000 per year, depending on the number of hours needed. And many people need care for many years. Over 5 to 8 years, the total care could easily reach between €200,000 and €400,000 for just one person. This isn't being pessimistic, this is reality. Reason four, we don't plan for the best case scenario. Look, some people will live very healthy and active lives well into their 90s. No major health issues, no care needs, and they will live their best life. And if that's you, brilliant, congratulations. You'll have more than enough, but good retirement planning doesn't plan for the best case scenario, it plans for the worst case. So our goal is to make sure that you don't run out of money. But here's what happens. You plan for the best case scenario and you get the worst. You're 82, your health declines, you need more care, your pension pot is already half gone. And when the stress really starts, you've got some really hard decisions to make. Cut your lifestyle, sell your home, etc. But if you plan properly from the start, you can hit those 11 multiple targets. You have options, you've got security, and you will have dignity and control. These targets aren't about getting rich, they're about not running out. They account for the shrinking state pension, longer life expectancy, rising healthcare costs, and the reality that most people need some form of care in later life. So when you see 11 times your salary at 65, don't think that's too much. Think, that's what I need to age with dignity. You know now what most people need to figure out. The state pension isn't enough. The average pension pot isn't enough. And even a good pot can be wiped out by healthcare costs. But you also know the benchmark. 1 times your salary at 35, 11 times your salary at 65. You know pensions alone won't cut it. But in my next video, I'll show you exactly how much you need to retire on an income of 40,000, 60,000 and 80,000 euro per year. We'll look at the real numbers, the real withdrawal rates, and the hidden factors that make or break your plan. See the link in the description below. If you're currently thinking that you're behind, just know the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time to start is today.